Problem 31. 31 times 5 times 8 divided by 40. First, we must simplify the problem. 5 times 8 is 40. Now we have 31 times 5 times 8 divided by 5 times 8. From previous experience, we know that 5 times 8 divided by 5 times 8 equals 1. Now the equation reads 31 times 1, which equals 31. Problem 32. Negative 24 times 8 times 15 times 17 divided by negative 255. First, we must simplify the problem. Negative 24 times 8 times 15 times 17 divided by negative 15 times 17. We know that 15 times 17 divided by negative 15 times 17 equals negative 1. Negative 24 times 8 times negative 1 equals 192. Problem 33. 14 times negative 12 times negative 11 times negative 16 divided by negative 168 times 4, which simplified is 14 times negative 12 times negative 11 times negative 16 divided by 14 times negative 12 times 4. Notice we now have like numbers in the numerator and the denominator. Those numbers are 14 and negative 12. If we divide these two sets of numbers, we get 1. Now we have negative 11 times 4 times negative 4 divided by 4. Remember, 4 times negative 4 is negative 16. We have a 4 in the numerator and the denominator. Thus, it becomes 1. The equation becomes negative 11 times negative 4, which is positive 44. Problem 36. At first glance, this problem might seem more complicated than it really is. It contains one number that readily identifies it as an easy problem, a 0. Since it contains a 0, it can only have one of two possible solutions, 0 or undefined, depending on the location of 0. Problem 36 is undefined because 0 is located in the denominator. Problem 38. 12 times 11 times 0 divided by 12 times 11 is 0 because 0 is located in the numerator. Problem 39. 12 times 11 times 0 divided by 12 times 11 times 0. Problem 39 contains a 0 in the numerator and the denominator. In a case like this, the solution is undefined because division by 0 is impossible. Problem 4. 0 to the 10th power is 0. No matter how many times you multiply 0 by 0, the product is always 0. Problem 6. 100 to the first power is the same as 100 times 1, which is 100. 1 to the 100th power is 1. No matter how many times you multiply 1 times 1, the answer will always be 1. Problem 12. 1/3 squared is the same as 1/3 times 1/3. 1 times 1 is 1, and 3 times 3 is 9. The solution is 1/9. Problem 15. 1/3 squared times 1/4 cubed. From the previous problem, we know that 1/3 squared is 1/9. Thus, we have 1/9 times 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4. To solve this problem, we have to multiply 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1, and 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. Now we have 1/9 times 164, which is 1 divided by 576. Problem 17. Negative 1 squared times negative 3/5 to the first power times 1/10 to the first power. Negative 1 squared is the same as negative 1 times negative 1, and negative 1 times negative 1 is 1. Negative 3/5 to the first power is the same as negative 3/5 times 1, which is negative 3/5. And 1/10 to the first power is 1/10 times 1, and 1/10 times 1 is 1/10. 1 times negative 3/5 is negative 3/5, and negative 3/5 times 1/10 is negative 3 divided by 50. Problem 25. 1/2 times 1/4 times 3/8 cubed is 1/2 cubed times 1/4 cubed times 3/8 cubed. 1/2 cubed is 1/8. 1/4 cubed is 1/64. 3/8 cubed is the same as 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27, and 8 times 8 times 8, which is 512. Thus, the answer is 27 divided by 512. 1/8 times 1/64 times 27 divided by 512 is 27 divided by 262,144. Problem 27. Since 3 is an uneven number, the final result will be negative. Thus, negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Problem 29. Since 2 is an even number, the final result will be positive. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Problem 30. When a problem contains several large factors, you might find it convenient to use a calculator. Negative 2 cubed is negative 8. 5 to the first power is 5. 7 squared is 49. 8 squared is 64. Since the problem contains one negative sign, an uneven number, the final result will be negative. Negative 8 times 5 times 49 times 64 is negative 125,440. Problem 31. Since 4 is an even number, the final result will be positive. Negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Problem 1. First, you must be able to recognize which factors in the problems represent the highest order of operation. In this problem, the exponential term 3 squared is the highest order of operation. 3 squared is 9. Now we have 6 plus 9 minus 9. If you have noticed, you have a plus 9 and a minus 9. Plus 9 minus 9 is 0. Next, simply solve the problem from left to right to get 6 plus 0 is 6. Problem 2. Parentheses represents the highest order of operations. The parentheses are used to signify multiplication in this problem. Multiplying 5 times 3 yields 15. Now the equation is 15 plus 8. Simply add it from left to right, which will be very simple because this equation only contains two components. 15 plus 8 is 23. In problem 7, first solve for the items in the parentheses first. 6 minus 2 is 4. Now the equation is 14 plus 4 times 4 plus 3 times 8. Second, carry out all the operations involving multiplication from left to right. The first thing we multiply is 4 times 5, which is 20. Next, multiply 3 times 8, which is 24. 14 plus 20 plus 24. Now simply solve the problem from left to right. 14 plus 20 plus 24 is 58.